Welcome to today's live stream. I'm not sure what's going on. All right, never mind. I figured it out. Yeah, welcome to today's live stream. I'm him. Today is Wednesday, October 9th. I am still slightly recovering. I have a headache. Or it's, I don't know. I think it's going away, but who knows? I got stuff to get done, so here I am. So I got some review stuff to do. I got some follow-up stuff to do. So gonna just go ahead and get into the screen share. was trying to dismiss that. Look at Chrome blocking like actual system level keyboard shortcuts. There should never be a case where a browser prevents me from accessing my system shortcuts. Google has gone too far. I dislike them so much. The fuck? Yo, what's up, Casual Economist? How you doing? Doing good. Well, what kind of good are you doing in the world? Not every day you know be someone who knows the grammar. You're doing well, unless you are actually doing good. But then you had to like say like, how is it good? Because good is subjective. So I like to tell people is, I let other people tell me if I'm doing good, because I am not the person that gets to decide. I'm either doing well or okay or fine. Generally, I'm fine. So whatever. Excuse me. Okay, so I think I can move on from this issue for now. Oh, wait a minute. Let me also document that we're still missing. How do we actually get these responses? Okay, same issue. Yeah, this is wrong. There is never a case, especially if you want to say this is a REST API. The guy who did his thesis, I forgot his name. It's been a long time. REST API thesis. Oh, it's Roy Fielding. Okay, all right. See if I can find where he talks about that. remember he talked about response codes at one point. I'm not about to read this whole thing again. I read this a long time ago. Like, I don't even know how long ago it's been. It was after I graduated. So maybe he didn't talk about it. Maybe that's what I derived, was that your response codes, they are semantic, essentially, where you use, let me see if I can find all the HTTP stuff. Where you essentially are using these codes as well to represent the state or your intent, all that kind of stuff. So if you're updating, you know, depending on the type of update or the type of, you know, service you're running, it will be either an okay or an accepted. I think that is we should use accepted, and this is just my opinion. Maybe other people disagree, but I think accepted is what you use when the server could do something asynchronously and you just get the response. So it's literally, hey, the server accepted your thing and it will try to process the request, but it may not work. And I expect a 202 when, you know, when I want to just fire a request off and not have to wait and like, so, you know, have be blocked essentially for a response. However, at the same time, with accepted, I would normally also expect to have a like a response object sent back to me with an identifier that I can use to go and query, you know, the request that I just did, you know, because I only know that it's accepted. I don't know if it succeeded or not. Now, I guess in New World, you know, we could have webhooks that, you know, that will get called. So if you configured a webhook or something like that, if it fails, it would, you know, it can send it to your server and with all the information and stuff, and you could do something about it that way. But I think it's important to just send it in a response too. That's easier. All right. Anyways, let's continue on with what I was doing. Oh wait, no, I'm not done. I need this 202. I'm not even sure if this is correct, to be honest. We're missing carrier, net type, app version, test type, all of these things. Oh, no, we're not. We have carrier. We have net type. Yeah, I don't want to be in the habit of like, oh, this is an email. No wonder. Okay. It would make sense to me that we would not return these other things for email, but I think I have a Shrug text expansion. Alright, I gotta figure out what my text expansions are. Could have swore I had that. Or snippet rather. Oh, I do have it. Okay. So I'm gonna do some editing for some other things first. There we go. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So the spec is wrong. The only thing correct is that there is no body. Look at the raw response. But there is a body. It's this right here. Why aren't we just returning a no content response right here at 204? What's up, Kennedy? Justin, my bad. I'm used to playing sports where you get called out by your last name. But what's up? What am I working on? I am reviewing stuff. I'm working on work. So let me show you. I have these. I created these tasks. This project a few days ago, and some of the work has been started. Some of it has been done. I've actually reviewed this, and we're good. These other things here, I just put them in the review, and I'm currently going through them. So the one I was just going through is our update subscription API, and I'm verifying the responses. So there's two things going on. I normally consult the spec, because I believe that when you specify something, the system should adhere to that specification. So that's normally my first place to go, and then I just actually do the request to see if it actually matches what I expect it to be, and in this case it doesn't. So that's what I'm working on. On the other screen over here, I can't show it, but I have our code base, and oh shit, what did I just do? Okay, never mind. Yeah, I have our code base, and if it's not documented, which that may be the case, what I'll do is I'll just go and look at the code itself. That's typically a last resort, So there's like multiple levels, right? Like you could just look at you just do the request, and then say, oh, it gives me this. I prefer not to do that because our specifications should align with our system. So I kind of go back and forth. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what I'm working on. So I guess you popped in when I was sharing my opinion on this, where this update subscription returns no body, and I was just like, well, why wouldn't we just return a 204? Because that's a special response code that indicates that there is no content. So it's right here. See, 204, no content. So according to our spec, this should be 0202. I'm just going to copy this. Is complete. Like, why are we returning a 202 here and not a 204? I'm going to see if Chat GPT can give me an answer that satisfies me. Because I can't think of like, I can only think of one reason why you would want to return a 202 instead of a 204. For what it's worth, the 204, my assumption is if it's like an asynchronous thing that may not pass, it may not actually do anything. That's the only reason I can think of, but even then I would still return a 204. Yeah, so they're saying, yeah, asynchronous. This is the only time when I would expect a 202. All right, well, I guess my hunch was fine, but even still. Actually, no. Wait, why did I say a 204 would be a better fit? I think a 201 would be a better fit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 201. Oh, wait, no, never mind. This language right here tells me that this is synchronous. If this is synchronous, then I absolutely do expect a 204. .304. Wait, is that an actual? I think a 304 is a response code. Is that the? I know it's a redirect. Let's see if that's an actual response code. It is not modified. I would also expect to potentially get a 404 here. Let me see. I'm gonna put in a nonsensical subscription ID. Delete that. Connection request from cancel. So we're going to change this from a 6 to a 7. And I expect to get a 404. And I do get a 404. So that means that this wasn't, yeah, this isn't even finished. I think we should get that on the app ID too, if the app ID is not correct. So what I'll do is change this back to a 6, and then we'll take this request here. Just do it here. So I'm going to change the app ID from F to G. Interesting. App ID must be a valid UUID. Let me copy that. It's just not valid. I think maybe I can use this. Oh, interesting. Okay. So what if I do a 4 here? Okay, so we'll try that. I should have put this in a file and ran it that way. Would have been easier. Errors forbidden. Okay. It may be worth documenting that because our customers can have more than one app and they could run into that. What is the forbidden? Is that a 403? Is that a forbidden? I don't know. No, it's not. Oh, it is. I'm right. Look at that. And we're missing a 403. Okay. Okay. So I think update is still in the air. These aren't documented yet. No, it's create. That's it. Okay. Yeah, update's done. It's create.i. That needs to have some more work done. Then there's a transfer. Oh, here we are. Transfer. I would expect to see the same types of responses. You know, the app ID, subscription ID, they need to match, or you'll get a 403. And then this identity object, the user that uses the subscription smoothie must contain exactly one alias. What in the hell was that? What was that? That was weird. External ID transferred. This makes no sense. Tell us why you can't take the number 304 seriously anymore. Is it because they are actually modified? It's literally opposite. It's opposite Wednesday. So yeah. Technically, given that it's opposite Wednesday and that 304 is not modified, that means that it must mean modified. The question is, how many times have you been modified? And does modifications matter? Did the number of modifications matter to a resource? I'm just out of curiosity. In all of my systems, I keep track of how many times a resource has been modified. So I think it's important. But I'm being told that modifications, how many times you've modified, your modification count doesn't matter. That's what I'm being gaslit to believe. I would never believe it. Like belief is something that idiots do, in my opinion. Unless it's faith. At that point, that's different. But it's just like if you're just believing in something, it's like we have this thing called evidence, empirical things. Empirical, like you can go figure it out by looking and observing at the world. Anyway, that's enough of that. Transfer subscription. So we'll get a bad request forbidden, not found, and too many requests. Does it not give us any information of like when? Let's see. Verify responses for list subscriptions. Wait, something's wrong. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm dumb. Unsubscribe email. Oh, here it is. Why is this one high? Must have been a mistake. Right here. Okay, let's this other one. So unsubscribe email. Wait, there. Oh, wait. Whoa. So there is an unsubscribe by a certain thing. Type token unsubscribe. So this is notification ID / unsubscribe and then given the token. I'll be back. I am going to make tea. All right, I'm back. I got my tea in hand. It's a dark roasted organic Tiguan yin. I don't know. I forget tea something. It's some kind. I don't know. I love it. That's what it is. It's the tea I love. I also switched out my headphones. Just I'm trying to compare. I think I was. If y'all were, some people are here from last stream from last night, but I was talking about testing these new headphones and spending some time with them, and part of that was also comparing to see how they sound in comparison to my other closed back headphones. So I have two others. One of them is kind of like an in-between. It's my Apple AirPod Maxes. And then the other one is the Sonys that I had on before I went away, and I'm just put these on. The difference is night and day. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, holy crap. I sound so much more present. Anyway, back to work. I got to do some testing here because this says unsubscribe email, but this right here is leading me to believe that we have the ability to unsubscribe any subscription. So I want to test that to confirm that's the case. So I have this subscription, 4.2 whatever something. What I'm going to do is try to unsubscribe it. So when I run this and refresh, I expect to see this to say not subscribed or never or something like that, or unsubscribed, something like that. So we're going to try that out right quick. I'm going to go to here. Oh, okay. This one was hidden, so I need to like put that somewhere. Wait, was that deleted? Fetch aliases. I'll leave that there for now because I don't know why that's been removed. I thought it was hidden. I didn't know it was removed. That there, get IMs, and then we'll do another to unsubscribe. This is weird. Why is it under notifications? This is weird. Oh my. Okay. And it needs a notification ID. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I remember. This is something else. This is unsubscribing from email from a notification. Or another way of saying that is if you receive a email, like a marketing email or any form of email, there's normally a unsubscribe link. And I think this is to enable a custom unsubscribe link that will remove them. So yeah, I guess that's why it's going to notification ID so that we know which one. Okay, fine. This is really weird though. This in here, so so we shouldn't have two overviews. We have two. It's only be one. Yeah, this is the same information. It's redundant. So let me. Oh wait, has that been the case for all of these? Transfer a subscription to a different user. Yeah, this right here is redundant, but I'm not focused on content. I have to keep reminding myself I'm focused on something else right now. Oh my gosh, yes. My headache is still lingering, but I'm better now. I'm better now. So we're gonna have notifications here. And I'm gonna do a notification ID. Let's delete that. Yep. I don't have a value right now. We'll just put A arrow. Okay, so I'm not gonna test this one yet. Yeah, I'll take this one right here. We're going to test, so we'll say unsubscribe push. All right, and where's that at? I wonder if it's just not documented, so I'm gonna try. So we're gonna say buy. Oops. And then the type. What is the type? Yeah, oh my gosh, this API is not, this isn't, I would have expected this to be subscriptions, and then, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Unsubscribe email. Let me actually get this request. correct. So it's going to be unsubscribe. And then some token, which should be a string, but it's URL per, yeah, so of course it's a string. This right here that shouldn't even be here. This is a requirement. It really doesn't state how to use the API. Okay, so I got this request fine, so let's get this one. So we have by. I still don't know what type is, but I don't have to know what it is yet. I'll just add it as a request variable. Okay, so I'll do token. Wait a minute. Oh, that should have been type. Oh, I'm tripping. This should be type. Okay. And then we do token. Honestly, I don't understand why we have to specify a type. The token itself has enough information for you to know the type. This seems like just extra steps for no reason. My expectation is that I can give it the subscription ID, which, you know, a subscription is either going to be an email, as SMS, push, web push, mobile push, that kind of thing. And if I were to unsubscribe, it knows what it is. I shouldn't have to do this type token type stuff. Now, cool, yeah, it might be nice to have both, but no, this doesn't align with my expectation. This is annoying. And then I put a notification ID in the request. Now I know where this data is coming from. I'm like, where is this coming from? And now I see it. That means I need to go and update it other places because this is wrong. So it's going to be a UUID, which, yeah, this doesn't make sense to me. Oh, okay. All right. This could have been better named like associated with notification or associated notification, something like that. So I'm assuming I can put push because I really don't know what are my options. So we'll just have to figure it out. Oh, this is for planning tomorrow. Documentation. All right, I can close that. I don't think we provide the push token, so I had to find it another way, which kind of sucks. I have to get it through the user, so we'll do view user, and let's hope I don't have. Okay, I don't even have. Okay, fine. I can use the one signal ID actually. Yeah, let's do that. One signal ID. I would like to be able to copy this without having to do this. There's more than enough room to put this entire ID here. There's no reason for this to be hidden behind this right here. All right, so here's the token. This is to a test device. I don't really care about it. You know, it'll go away in the future anyways. I'm gonna do unsubscribe push, and let's see if that does the thing. And go back to the view user here and see how this says iOS push. Is that the type that I need to put? Let me just remember that iOS push with camel casing. All right, I get a 404. All right, let's try iOS push. Still get a 404. Maybe we can do this in the update subscription. Let's see. So get the types, the token enabled in the case of subscription currently active. Set this default if the user is unsubscribed. All right, let's try to do it with update subscription. Won't update the type. In fact, you shouldn't even be able to update the type. How? Yeah, wait, what? It doesn't make sense that the type can be updated. That should be a immutable property. You know, yeah, that should never be updated. Unsubscribe, email subscribe. Wait, was that done? Let me confirm that's done. Unsubscribe, email subscription. Before I move on, let me confirm that we're good here. So this is a 202 or a 400. There should also be a 404 in the event that the notification ID is invalid, or, you know, just like it doesn't exist. And then there should be a 403 when the notification doesn't belong to the specific app specified. And then what happens if the token is not valid for that oh, wait, no, this is the notification ID. I'm tripping. Okay, and then the token. Yeah, and then the next one is like, what if that token isn't valid? Is that just a 400? Yeah, that's just a 400. But no, that says verify the token. Is that the same as it not existing? I don't know. So get a 200 or 201. I actually don't know why returning 200 should be rare. When the subscription fails to transfer, most likely due to. So we get a 200 when the. All right. so for data tags, someone's asking a question about what API you should use. Geofencing data syncing as data tags. Oh, no wonder I couldn't find it. It's in Turbine. It's in another repo. What's up, Philip Carr? Trying to figure out, like, it's hard to say. I don't really get tasks per se, but I have like a goal of what I'm doing. So let me pull up in the project that I've created here. I'm going through and reviewing all of these things here because, yeah, I'm reviewing the stuff. So no, the work was done, but I come from a background where you do code review. For what it's worth, I used to be an engineer. I was an engineer for about 12 or 13 years. Yeah, something like that, 12, 13 years, maybe longer. And I transitioned from that to doing other things into this, which is developer relations. But yeah, developer relations is a lot of different things, right? So when I first started with stuff like, presentations, talks, code samples, responding to folks in our community, which I need to do. In fact, maybe I'll plan to do that at some point this week, maybe on a Friday. But yeah, my task, I guess, is just to review stuff. I don't know. I don't really. It's hard to say because a lot of times, like, I figure out what needs to be done, and like, yeah, I do that. So hopefully that's an answer. It's probably a non-answer. I'm sorry if it is. But at the moment, I am looking to understand what each one of these, like, these responses may not be correct. And in the past, teams may have just used what was here in the documentation, but this is what's being updated, so it can't be trusted. So I think what happened was, when the updates were made, it was just trusted that all this information is correct, and that's not the case. The problem is that the specification is wrong, or it wasn't followed, or it's just not, or it's not applicable to the API, which that's throwing me for a loop, because historically I work from specifications. That's very, that's, in my opinion, that's how engineers work. You specify a system, and then you go out and build that system according to the specification. And if you deviate from that specification, you state, explicitly, this is where we deviated. And I like to understand, well, why did we deviate from that intended thing? And then once you do that, you still go back to the original spec, and then you basically update it. And you add that additional context and say, this is what it is now, so that someone like me who's coming in behind the scenes, trying to, I guess, update, like right now I'm trying to get the documentation so that it's accurate, so that this is easier. Now, because the specification isn't accurate, I am now going to be forced to reading the code, which is fine, but it slows me down, because it's like, I shouldn't have to read the code to see what, to understand what's going on. That should have been in the specification. That's why we have specifications, because code has bugs. And when there's a bug, how do you understand it's a bug? Well, you go to the spec and you say, all right, well, this system doesn't behave the way that it's specified to behave. And yeah, anyway, so I'm looking through one of our systems now, and we have different, I think we have like a microservice thing, I don't know. So we have all these different languages, and I think a lot of the stuff that is in Rails or Ruby, if you're into Ruby. What I'm looking at right now is Go. Some of our other services are written in Rust. I know we have some stuff in TypeScript, but it's not really. It's really just JavaScript with the TS extensions. So as I go through these things, I'm putting it in this Google sheet or whatever, and I need a source of truth, right? Like I don't want to rely on going into the code every single time and being like, oh, well, something happened. It's like, well, let's go read the code. Like, no, that's silly. Oh yeah, you're new to code. Well, yeah. Well, I don't really code as much anymore. Even when I was an engineer, I think maybe I spent 60% of my time literally coding. The rest of the time was spent, specifying things, prioritizing things, supporting my users. For what it's worth, if you you can use the product that I developed. It's called GitHub Desktop. So I would spend my time combing through our issue boards, reviewing code, because we would get let's see what's new. We would get user submitted PRs. So, I would also go and review those and merge or not merge, or, request changes, or if there need to be certain things, do it myself sometimes. Yeah, it also involved, like, how do we know if we're successful with our product, like if it's actually being used? So let me go into here. This isn't the dev version, so we should have disabled this. I don't know if it's going to show up. If it does, this is an issue. Okay, so we do hide it. Okay, perfect. So normally you can press like F12 in the developer version, and then you can get into the behind the scenes, and you can see there's a IndexedDB database behind here that keeps track of, it has counters essentially. So there's a service that's in here that's within the application So whenever you do certain activities or certain behavior, certain events, whatever, we're tracking that. So, every so often that data is sent up, and I think I can show some of that. And I don't want to spend too long on this because technically this is in the past. I don't do this anymore. For whatever reason, the website. Okay, fine. I guess we'll just type it in. GitHub. Recovery codes. I don't care. Oh, we got a new site. Oh, look at that. Oh, shit. Fancy. All right. That's cool to see. Do we still have the stats? No, we don't. Okay. I wonder. Wait, app. Oh, it's in a completely new place. Okay, never mind. So maybe I can't show you all of the data that gets collected. There used to be a page that showed you all of the data that we collected, but I guess they moved it. I don't know. It's been a while. All right, well, unfortunately I can't show that, but yeah, all of this stuff here, this where it'll be like thanks, whatever. So all of these are user submitted PR. So if you go here, someone has to go in and actually review this right here. So oh, I remember Sergio. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think he works here now, right? Yeah, I remember him. He was one of the many contributors, and it worked out well for him. He contributed and he became a well-known person on our team, and now he works at GitHub. So that's really dope. All right, man. Have a good rest of the day. And yeah, thank you for the subscribe. You'll see more of this kind of stuff. I do it throughout the week sometimes. All right, so let's figure out what's going on here. Sorry, I can't share this code that I'm looking at. So you'll just have to pretend. Let me bring up some Go code for you. I'll have ChatGPT give you something so you have something to look at. Give me some Go code that returns a JWT from some endpoint. Let's just make it up. I don't really care. Just make up code. All right. Now you get a sense. All right. So I'm looking at something like this. All right. Ish. So just pretend that that's what I'm looking at. Subscription create. Okay. Endpoint create. Parsing. All right, so we have our actual handler here. Error is not equal to nil. Oh yeah, I forgot. Go is the language where you're always checking if the errors. You're checking the error. Okay, this is easy then, because now I can just do like a search and just do ERR not equal nil, and just look at all of the else blocks. Makes my life easy. All right, so one, we're going to get an error, expanded error from kind, expanded error app not found. So that's one. The app isn't found. So I got to figure out what that particular error is, but we'll note that down. So say app not found. Okay. All right, the next one is authorization error. From JWT. So the JWT authentication is wrong. Wait, where are we getting the JWT from? Oops, wrong one. Create. Authorization, your app basic. Oh shit, I forgot. There is I need to update our authorization. We're changing it. We're releasing something new soon. I think that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the latest commit. I think. Yeah, I'm looking at main. Just because this is main doesn't mean that's what's deployed, right? So that's why I'm like, oh shit, like I'm looking at something that may not actually be deployed. And I don't know which commit this stuff would be under, because I'm not really involved in the day-to-day development of any of this. All right, well, I'll just note it down as a potential, so we'll have an authorization error. This is for a JWT, which is that new thing that I had to review. And that's assigned to me, and that's on a, let's come here, developer docs channel. And now this API reference here, revise keys. Yeah, I'm probably gonna work on this one. I assign my own, that's the weird thing, like I kind of assign my own stuff. So this isn't a content improvement. This is more like, you know, accuracy, kind of. So we have our tech spec, the UI preview, and we have a doc that goes over what changes need to be. I need to you know, get this published. We have keys, IDs. Oh my gosh, yes, thank God. Okay. So we have the ability to have multiple, okay, all right, we're good. And are these JWTs? All right, I don't think this one shows that. API key, OSV2 app. This is definitely not a JWT. At least not one that I've seen. We're going to confirm. I'm very positive this is not a JWT. Yeah, 100%. This isn't base64 encoded. There's a telltale sign, by the way, just if you see 2 equals. All right, I'll get to the bottom of that later. I gotta check out these other errors. Authorization. There's also a 500 if the app isn't found. So that returns a 500. That's weird. I wouldn't expect a 500. I would expect a 404 here. So we're going to try to parse the request. If we can't parse it, we're going to render 400. We do the same thing for this JWT thing, which is from aliases. This would only make sense for using identity verification, but it's not clear that that's what this is. Identity verification we just launched, so that's why I can say it. I'll talk about it. We've launched it. One signal error, share, resolve. One signal to our vendor. Or render error. If the error is not equal to nil, then just return. Okay, interesting. We broke a pattern here. I don't like that. If error is not equal to nil, then we try to find the subscription. We get a 404. So we're only doing a 404 on the subscription, but on the app we return a 500. it consistent with other APIs though? Okay, so subscription not found. So 404. For what it's worth, I don't document 500 errors, so I don't really care about 500 errors. Because, like, you can't do anything as a user. It's just a server error. And giving information about it is, from my understanding, from back when I used to do security, like type stuff, that's also a security risk. Okay, so we have a 400 for unable to remove a subscription. Okay, all right, so this is weird to me. I don't understand why the create subscription is potentially moving subscriptions. That's weird. I would expect to have an error and just be like, hey, use the whatever API to do a transfer. That's what I would expect, not for this to handle it. All right, error's not equal to no. We'll try to expand it out and then render 500. Then we get a 200 or 201. Okay, that's weird too. A 200 or a 201. That's weird. All right. Well, there is more digging that I'm gonna have to do. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. For what it's worth, I'm actually in the middle of my lunch break. But I can't really take a lunch. I have a meeting at 2. So what I'm going to do is leave. I'm going to go. And maybe I'll be back later today. Maybe we'll see. Depends on how much I want to talk to myself more. But yeah, I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.